All right, I was disturbed by a call from my landlord. I owe him some money. Always. I don't know how I owe him money. Why do we have to pay to live on the earth? Who are we paying? I could go out into an empty field and build my own domicile. But you're not allowed to do that, are you? All right, so this is for my young thugs out there, man. We all been through it. We all been there. It's called Sojourner. Remember me? I was there with you. In our youth, we shared everything, albeit reluctantly. Together we learned to dream through preschool naps and graham cracker snacks. We were taught how to properly relate with lack, and so craftily design into pledging our allegiance to their flag. Instead of carefully seeking to find and nurture our gifts and talents, challenging us to exhale, they chose to drum a lie into our minds about the cost of freedom while marching us down into hell. We were fed welfare mentalities and gross inferiorities as we stupidly traded our broken crayons. I was there with you then, and I knew that someday you'd return. I was there with you in their housing projects. It's easy to detect the markings on our necks left from that noose that they put there. I saw you playing on those ramps. Can you recall the feel of steel eyelets on your fingertips? How about the pissy smell of those putrid halls? I saw you spraying paint on the wall, juicing and grinding in that pitch-black stairwell with all of your moaning and whining. I saw your mother on the corner groaning and dying for your father to give up his scheming and lying. We were all blindly flying and ignorantly denying the self-fulfilling prophecy of our bleak and bitter fall. Sure in our deluded minds that all was well, though nothing was well at all. Can you remember rock fighting and vacant lots? Pop bottle hustling? Songs of gunshot? Extension cords and clothes and threads? Food stamp chips, roaches everywhere. I was there with you. Yeah, I was there. I was there with you in that uptown hood when salsa music ruled the nights and the Indian girls looked good. Do you remember that street slang of the Latin kings, or the way that our whole block was on a family thing? Remember when the bad boys hung out till dawn sipping coke and rum? When rooftop hideouts were castles in the sun? Weren't you there when Casper got shot? And we really didn't mind the summers being hot? It used to be a game getting chased by the cops for ambushing the kids from down the block with homemade slingshots. Remember the first time you smoked pot? I was there. I was there with you too in their upper class school. I wrote you songs and revealed my dreams while breaking your precious rules. I spoke your proper English and you labeled me advanced. I walked your stage and did your Hamlet. I laughed at your quirky dance. I've eaten your Shakespeare and your Kilmer, played your Martin Luther King, while never minding greater struggles with your demonic principalities. Do you remember seeing me out on 51st Street? Those were the best times of our years. I ran those streets with your wildest boys, and I loved your daughters dear. I drank your wine and smoked your weed, caring not of days ahead, playing the last games of my youth out, most of them from bed to bed. I was there when misery came, disguised in the form of crack cocaine. And I helped to destroy our neighborhood, thinking that the money would be all good. I shut my blinded eyes so that I couldn't see all that it did to you. But you sold your share of dummy bags, so you share in this tragedy too. Together we made hell the coolest place to be, and together we fell into that pit and fought off the same disease. I was there with you in the church house, singing out of key about love and salvation, faking a belief in heaven and resurrection while secretly nursing a torturous erection. I wore those coveted suits of silk with snakeskin stilts, walking in confusion. I read the scriptures and prayed from a mouth that also promoted prostitution. I was there with you in their prison cells. We shared a bunk, well, more than a few. I held your hand when your loved ones died and you didn't know what to do. Remember our soul-deep conversations, trading game, and the answers to life and love? Impatient for that promised release that would spit us back out into the mud? Yeah, I remember how it was just us getting served up in their justice halls, torn away from our pregnant lovers and the feeling of despair when they stopped accepting our desperate calls. Do you recall how mail call only ended in the call of more pain? Do you recall the chills in your flesh as my peers cheered me on while I split your head open to the brain? I've studied you in your fancy halls of books without end. I completed a tour 3 times, maybe 4, with dutiful super friends. I was there with you in the shelter house, the halfway house, the smoke house, and the don't let him in if he broke house. I slept in your cold hallways. I've camped out on your subway trains. I've eaten from a garbage can while listening to the applause of fans at the end of your championship games. I've checkmated you in 4 moves, showing off, and I've offended you with my speech. I've taken your money for your drugs and your liquor, and I've terrorized your streets. I've smiled on you and melted your heart, listening your love. I've even taught your curious ones the mysteries that lie above. You don't remember me, I know. Though you may recollect, your past contained a certain Joe who's easy to forget. For he brings to mind a thought well hidden, recalled as bittersweet, and peering into those memories will sure disturb your sleep. Peering into this mirror of mine may wake you from your sleep. Wake up, black man, wake up. Wake up, mom. Beautiful black woman, you. If I told you how much I loved you, you wouldn't believe me. If I showed you how much I loved you, you'd probably help him kill me. Something's gotta give.